just made a drink, and this is what it looks like. And I want to show you all the steps in it, so I hope you enjoy it. My name is Patrice Evans. Thank you for subscribing and clicking the bell and joining me in my healthy journey that I'm doing this summer. I want to really break down everything that I do to stay healthy and what I've upped my game in doing so that I can get back on track right after quarantine, and I hope that this blesses you. So stay tuned. Make sure that you get your tea, get your water, sit down and really sit down and take notes. Just remember, I'm not a nutritionist, so anything that I'm doing, make sure you consult your doctor first, so that you know that this is good for your body. And go into my Ayurvedic Curls channel, because I'm going in deeper about how these ingredients that I'm using in this shake, this juice, how it's helping me with growing my hair and my skin, the beauty in skin. Okay, well, love you guys so much. This is what we're doing for Women's Wisdom Wednesday. We're talking about our health and our beauty. I love you guys. Enjoy. Lovelies, how are you today? All right, we're doing a little something different. It's summer, and in the summer I do like to vlog a little more and kind of share what I'm doing with my hair, what I'm doing with my health, and all that kind of stuff. So we've been talking more about moving forward with practical ways of kind of leveling up with our health. I shared with you that I'm doing the keto. I'm doing a modified keto, like a keto-ish diet, where I'm trying to keep my sugar and my carbs down under 50 grams a day. It's really been working. My body's been looking really good, but I've also upped my workouts, and I really want to share with you what I've been doing. But I wanted to make sure that I got it in enough to show you that there really has been a difference. And so maybe I'll do a before and after, and we'll do a whole video about that. But what I really want to do is I want to get back to some of the things we've done in the past, where I encouraged you with juicing. I still juice. Now, I could go a week and be like, oh my goodness, I haven't juiced all week. You know what I mean? So instead I'll have salads or anything to get me some greens in my body. But normally I make my juice at the beginning of the week, or at least by the second day, Tuesday, and then I juice throughout the week with like 3 different containers, and I try to share it with the family. So I would probably do 2, and then I give them 1, my husband and my son 1 to share, because I'm trying to encourage them to have greens. I've been doing that for some years now, and I on and off, you know, in and out. I take my vitamins and I do all these things. So what I'm going to be doing for this series is I'm going to be showing you a lot of what I do to stay healthy and stay young. And this is kind of in the vein of, okay, a lot of people have been responding to my video of how I look 20 years younger at 50, and I'm going to probably do another one like that really soon. But it's kind of in that vein, because I think I'm in a place where I could really share with you some stuff that really is important and that works. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to show you one of the shakes that I do. This one's going to be with berries, but a lot of times I'll just do greens and my supplements, and that's it. So most of the time I just do greens, but I'll get into the mood where it's like, oh wow, I want my berries, you know? So I have my berries here, and I have my greens, and I have all my minerals and vitamins and all the extra stuff that I put in there. I'm going to do this video, and I'm going to do a modified version of this video where I point out the things that I have here in my juicing that actually helps you with hair and skin, growing your hair and your skin, okay? But this right here today, what I want you to know about it, it's for your mind and your body and your spirit. This is for your health and for you to go forward with all the things we talk about on the channel. There's no need in doing that if you're not taking care of what's going on inside. We do inside out beauty and health, right? So if you are getting stressed about something, or things aren't working in your life very well, you're doing all the things that I'm asking you to do. Maybe you're a member of the Joy Seekers Club and you're doing those things as well. But if you're not eating well and you're putting toxic things in your body, it's not going to really sustain itself. You know what I mean? So all the things that you're implementing in your life psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally, if you're putting bad things into your body, it's going to be counterproductive. Okay? So I want to make sure that you're also taking care of what goes in your body. All right? So let me just show you some of the things here. Now, with this information age, Everything that I put here, you can Google and find out all the properties and all the great things that come with it. But I'm just letting you know why I do it, okay? So one superfood could do so many things, but I have my purposes for why I use it. Does that make any sense? So I'm going to show you on this channel how I do it for overall health, and then I'm going to go into my Ayurvedic Girls channel with the same video, but I'm going to have it extended to explain which ones are used for hair and for beauty, okay? All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I want to show you what I'm going to be using. I have my spinach. It's organic. I always get organic. My goal is to always get organic fruits and vegetables. So I get it from Publix, and this is their green wise. And I can either make a salad with this, or I'll put it in my juicer. Actually, that's a whole thing with me. If you've been with me for a while, you know I don't use juicers. I just use your good old-fashioned blender. That's all I use. I've been through all of them. Been doing this for years. And it doesn't matter. Now you can get a really good blender that does more, but you can just use your good old-fashioned blender. So I have my kale, same company, Greenwise from Publix, organic. Sometimes if I don't have spinach, I'll only do kale. If I don't have kale, I'll only do spinach. But I always have either one or both. I don't really use cucumbers and celery because that's just something I never got into. This, I actually like the taste of it in a salad or in juicing. I just love these greens, okay? I don't use broccoli, they're just not my choice. Sometimes I will get a whole bottle of water and pour it in there, but there are some things that I actually put in there that actually so liquidy that I don't need the bottle of water, especially in a small blender like this. Then I won't really need a whole lot of water, but we will see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here to get it all ready to go. So then I have my blueberries. These are organic. So yes, vegetables and fruit, that especially in Publix, they can be a little pricey. But what I've said for years to my soccer superstars, the students that were in Soccer Court Fit, we used to do 3-month challenges all the time. Let me know if y'all want to be a part of something like that. And we would do workshops about this stuff. They would be like, oh, but it's expensive. But this is the deal. If you're truly substituting these foods for what you were buying, then you're, first of all, not spending the money on the things you were spending them on. So that money can go towards this. And then you can decide on how much or how little you need to buy. So in other words, I ended up buying 2 of these blackberry, organic blackberry, but I probably could have bought 1. I tend to like it so much that I buy more than 1. You know, maybe I could have bought a smaller blueberry as long as you have blueberries in there, right? Maybe you don't go to Publix, but you go to Whole Foods. They might have a better deal. Or you go to a fresh market or something like that. You figure out where the deals are, but if you're not spending the money at all on the things you used to, that is available money. Think about it. That available money can be a new budget for these foods. Now, I choose these because I like them, but you don't have to get every single one of them. So within that budget, get what you can get. Make sure that at the very basic base, you always get your greens, your spinach, and your kale. Always, okay? No matter what, you gotta get that. One other thing that I would get if you like it is honey. Okay, so if you get these 3 things, then you got yourself a juice, you know? So I'll tell you all the other things you need to get to, the basic stuff. I don't know if you guys heard me talk about diatomaceous earth. So I say it right, diatomaceous earth. This is, I put this here because I'm closing, don't buy me. You know, a little story with this is that when I first started taking this, because I learned about it, it's the fossil from the ocean, and it has so many amazing properties for the body, but animals can use it too. It's really for animals and for human. If we inhale it though, it's really bad for our lungs. And it also can kill bugs because it goes into their scales and it actually kills them. So it does a lot of crazy things, but it's supposed to be amazing for your body and for many, many reasons. So the funny little story with this is that I got this, I think in 2019 at one point, right? And I had to get masks for it. So I bought all these masks for this. And then when 2020 hit and we had the pandemic, there weren't many masks available. We had masks because I had to buy it for this. So I thought, wow, God works in mysterious ways. Isn't that amazing? Because in the beginning, there weren't a whole lot of masks. So it's interesting that I had a mask already because I had bought this. Okay, so that's one of the superfoods I add in here. Another one I always add, these are my staples. Staples. I do bone broth. That's good for the gut. Okay, bone broth is great. I heard someone that was from an Asian woman say that in Asia they believe there are 2 brains. There's your brain and your gut. Your gut's the second brain. I am such a proponent of the core and working out and keeping your core healthy. I wish I was showing my core right now, actually, but I will in a few videos because I've been working on it. It's been one of my things. I've always tried to keep a strong core, and even when I had an issue where I couldn't work out the way I normally should, I remember coming out where this lady, when I went to a fitness place, she's like, wow, you had some atrophy, but your core is keeping your body together. It's so strong. So your core means so much in your life and in your body. But keeping your gut clean and taking care of your gut is number one for most of the problems that people have. A lot of the toxins in your skin, in your bloodstream, and all things is your gut. So bone broth is huge for that, okay? And of course, apple cider vinegar is great for so many things, but it's also good for the gut, cleaning out the gut, and for weight loss. It does so many things. There's just so many things. You all know apple cider vinegar is like the bomb. So you always have to have apple cider vinegar in your house. I use it for disinfectant, natural disinfectant. I use it for so many things. So, but this is a staple. So if I don't have a lot of stuff and I just want to get a quick juice, I have my greens, I have my apple cider vinegar, I do my bone broth, and I have my honey. I absolutely love honey. And because I've been in the South for some years now, I was in North Carolina, now I'm in Georgia, I can get local honey a lot. But this one is just a wildflower honey. I don't think it's local, it's 100% pure. I mean, sure, you can get really crazy organic and perfect with your honey, or you can just get honey. I'm such a honey lover that it doesn't matter. Now, I haven't had a lot of honey lately because of this keto diet, and I just haven't had the desire, and I haven't been drinking tea in the summer, but I love honey. So I'm not sure if that's part of why my body's feeling better and all that, because I haven't had a lot of sweets. But I love honey. Now, this is what I usually get, and sometimes I'll just put a fruit in there. If I don't have berries, I'll just put a fruit. But there's also Manuka honey, which is a unique type of honey. If you don't know it already, if you've been on my channel, you know what it's like. It's a superfood, and this is amazing for the gut as well, which of course works the whole body. You can actually put this on a cut. It heals your cut. It does so many things. Please look it up, Manuka honey. It's actually in some of our hair products, the Shea Moisture hair products. That's how I learned about it. I saw the name and I was like, what is that? Then I looked it up and I saw it, and I saw I love it. I put it in my natural hair products, in the Ayurvedic Curls, my Ayurvedic Curls deep conditioning honey mask. I put that in there with regular honey, and it's just great for you. So I like to put that in when I can. This is an extra thing. Sometimes I want to just get dehydrated, and I'll put my coconut water, you know. If I didn't drink it yet, sometimes I'll use that instead of water, because why not use coconut water, because it already has some amazing properties for hydration and all this other stuff. So I added some other, sometimes when I want more greens, I might add this like green variant, because it gives you so much, because once again, the gut is something huge for me. I am lactose intolerant, like a lot of people of African descent. So I did get lactose intolerant when I had my son, who's 20 now. So I wasn't before that, but literally in the hospital, I noticed it, and now I am. So I do keep in mind for things that help my gut. So this is very good for that. It has 25 billion probiotics. So probiotics are great. This is an added on thing if I want to. And I started using collagen because if you get a cut in your mouth, or you have any kind of thing that goes on in your mouth, I asked the guy in Vitamin Shop, he's like, you know, use collagen, it heals faster and stuff, and it really works. But it also has other great properties, as you probably already know. So I don't always put it in my shake. I used to put it in my tea, but since it's summer, I don't drink hot tea that much, so I'll throw this in there. I had stopped using moringa because you all know that I use black seed oil. And black seed oil and moringa do very similar with lowering your blood pressure and regulating it. And so I felt like it was too much, but sometimes I can bring it back in and I don't feel any problems, because I guess my body's used to the black seed oil. I'm not sure what it is, but I haven't really been having problems when I bring back the moringa. Moringa is amazing, and I've actually chosen black seed oil over the moringa because they're both so powerful in doing what they do. But I liked what black seed oil did more, so I'm really excited when I can add moringa in because it's so amazing. All right, so I think that's all of the things that I'm going to be putting in this shake. I'll be right back. Let me rinse my fruit and we'll get started. All right, so we've rinsed out all the berries. Sometimes what I like to do now, like I said, if I didn't have berries, I would have put an apple or an orange in here, okay, to give it some kind of sweetness, okay? But berries, now what happens when I do my berries is that it kind of takes over the drink. and it turns into like a berry drink with some greens in it, okay? Now, these strawberries are so delicious. I don't know if I'm gonna use them. No, I'm not using these. I'm gonna just eat these. So, because I like them. They actually came out really good. So I'm not gonna use strawberries, but I'm going to use my blackberries, which I absolutely love. Oh. You see how they're doing these blackberries? They're good. Let me see. I'm gonna use my raspberries. I love my raspberries. These are good. Now, you gotta eat these right away because berries go bad very quickly. So you definitely want to eat these really soon, after you buy them. If you're going to spend the money on berries, they're expensive. Don't let them go bad, okay? Freeze them if you don't think you're going to have time to do them right away, because they go bad really quickly. And then of course the blueberries. Some people like frozen blueberries. I don't. I have very sensitive teeth. Sorry for talking a mouthful. I ain't used to company. When we were in quarantine, I ain't used to being around people. Anyway. Alright, so let's get going. I could put the water first, and this time I might do it. I'm gonna put, this is not a full cup of water, but I'll put half of this. I'm not sure how liquidy this is gonna get. Let me put on my liquid. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but I like the chunkier things at the bottom so they can really, now you can do 2 caps, or you can just pour it in there. That's the apple cider vinegar. And I just did like a half of cup of water I just did. I'm gonna put some, I don't like to put the honey until later. My husband gets mad when I use my teeth. I tend to do that, but I'm not gonna put that right now. Bone broth. I'm gonna make sure you get that in there. What do I put? Maybe like 3 tablespoons or 2, because it doesn't have the best taste. It's exactly what it says. It's broth. So you're putting broth in your drink, right? I put that first so I don't forget. Now, this is another thing I put. I like to put aloe vera. It's just that I've had this so long, I'm not sure if I should put it in there right now. But I've been putting aloe vera for years. I love putting aloe vera. The gel. I'll put the sweets together. We'll put the powders later. Let me just make sure that this is a good, okay. Yep, it's good. This is all mine, so I can drink out of it. There you go. This is mine, so I can drink out of it. I just won't, they don't care. Okay, so blueberries, let's get them in there. I don't need all of these, but let me put some in there. Put a nice amount in there. Because you know, this is gonna take over the whole drink. I'll end up with a blueberry thing. Now these blackberries have little things that really get it, you know, the little grains. So if you do have a juicer, that could take some of the fiber, the little things off of this. I'll do something with those. I love my raspberries. I'm probably gonna use a lot of these. Raspberries go bad really quickly. So I'm using that all. They don't last long. But I think the blackberries might be okay. Okay. Let's get the berries going first, okay? So I go, ooh, oh wow. That was weird. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do the second one, which is really holds down whatever you're gonna do. And then I'm going to, you can't quite see it because I've had it for so long, but this is gonna be smoothie. Now, you could actually have a smoothie right now. If that's what you choose to do, you could do 2 different types of drinks. I have bananas too. I could put a banana in here if I want to, and this could be like a nice little smoothie. In fact, that's actually a good idea to separate it. But you know, I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna make it a berry greens. I like that. So let me open up my greens, and I'm gonna put a nice handful of kale. I stand by the fact that I truly believe that kale is an appetite suppressor. Nice amount of kale. I feel like whenever I put kale in my drink, I'm not hungry. and when I eat it as a salad. The next video I do, I'm hoping to be able to give you a video of how I make my salads. I make different ones, so I'll show you one at a time. So we got the kale in here, and let's get the pinaca, spinach. I love spinach, and I hear spinach is great for hair growth. So there. I don't always rinse them. That's what I'm doing. I love spinach, so I'm going to get 2. I love spinach. So I'm going to get a lot of spinach. That's probably more than I usually do. I'm probably showing off because I have company, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and do this and see what happens. I think I'm going to need a little more water, so I'm going to pour a little bit more of this. But sometimes this gets a little crazy on me, and because it's a small container, and it starts to overflow. So I don't want to overdo that. Let me just get that in here. All right, here we go. So it's in smoothie. It's still on smoothie. I'm going to start doing the purify, where it gets liquefied and it makes it very watery. So now I'm going to check in to see if there's some pieces that are not really doing anything. See, because sometimes it gets stuck on the side of this, and they don't even go down doing anything. It looks a little thick. I'll show you. It looks like a smoothie that's a little thick. So now what I'm going to do is it's time to start putting in all of the other supplements. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't always do it, but I'm going to go ahead and put a nice cup of collagen in there. I'll go ahead and put some, oops, I didn't put the scoop back in. I'm going to go ahead and put my moringa. Now, I'm going to go get a mask, and I'm going to do the vitamin dessert. So with the moringa, I'm just going to take a nice little spoonful. So this is like a teaspoon of moringa. I don't know if you can see it. Just 1 teaspoon. I'm going to go ahead and stir that in so it's already in there. Okay. Oh, there's something else that I actually use, and it's the spirulina. I use spirulina also. Just that it's so high up there, I'm gonna have to get some help to get it. It's high on up on my shelf. I'll get it in a sec. So this is just extra greens, okay? So technically, if you don't have real greens at home, you can actually use this as greens. And you know, I try to encourage my son to do it. So I have like a little, almost a cup full, because I don't need that many. I have greens in there. So it at least helps my gut in that way. I did the moringa already. I want to do the spirulina, but I got to get up high to get it. I have to get my son to get it. And I'm going to get this. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get the spirulina, and I'm going to get a mask for my diabetes. So I got my spirulina. Here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and take some of this and put that in there too. It's so strong, and it's such a green, like very, very green. Let me wipe some of the manuka off of here. Not the manuka, the moringa off of here. So look, I want you to see how green this is. Look how green and rich that is. This could take over your whole drink if you put too much. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit because it's very powerful and it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Very good for you, great properties. Look them up. A lot of amazing properties. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Make sure I get everything in there because I feel like I'm gonna waste it on the spoon when I want it in the shake. There you go. Spirulina, like I said, your whole drink will turn into a spirulina if you go too far with it. So you want to be careful with putting too much spirulina, unless that's what you're actually going for. Okay, so we got that. And last but not least is our diabetes earth. And this is what I'm going to caution you on. I'm going to do a tablespoon of that. But I'm going to put on my mask because you're not, like I said before, you shouldn't have that going in your lungs. So I don't know if I have this on right. I don't, but y'all don't care, do you? Okay. I don't have it on right. I learned later on that you're supposed to have it the other way around, but oh. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go in here and get some of this. I'm gonna get a tablespoon of it. It could be more than a tablespoon because this is some good stuff. And you can't really taste this. This doesn't have much of a taste that I know of. So this is how much I'm getting. And I try to make sure it goes all the way down because of the fact that it has that powder that can be, you know, not good for you. So I don't know how much you can see here. I don't want to dirty my dress. But now you can see all of those ingredients on top. I'm not sure if you can see that. But I'm going to go ahead and get them in there so that they're not flying all over the place in the air. So in there. So there, that's all in there. But even though I have berries in here, I don't know if it's still sweet enough. So I'm going to add my honey. Okay, let me close this bag. Make sure the air is not, there's none of that in the air, so it doesn't go in your lungs. And all right, and let's get started. So I'm going to start blending again. I'm glad I didn't have too much liquid, so it's not overflowing. Usually it does. And let that purify. And we got our honey. So I usually play this by ear. Like I don't really measure my honey. So I'm gonna go ahead. You see it coming out? I'll see. Maybe it'll be 3 tablespoons. Because this is where I get the taste. So it doesn't taste so bad, you know? I'm not gonna put a lot because I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon because of the berries. I know that it's sweet. So I'm not gonna worry about the sweetness, and I don't like things too sweet. It just takes everything away. So here's our Manuka honey. I'm just gonna go ahead and put 1. It has its own distinct taste too, so sometimes it could take over. So I don't wanna overdo that. It's medicinal, so as long as it's in there, I know it's good for my body. And remember, I'm drinking this all week, so I'm gonna be putting this stuff in my body throughout the week, and I'm refrigerating it, and I know properties don't stay as strong every day, but at least I'll be getting that in my body. So look, I can put more liquid in here. So I'm gonna put some more coconut water and a little bit of water. And the rest of this water will be probably good. And it might start to overflow, but I'll give it a little more water. So I wanna have enough. And now it has everything it needs for the week. And now it might start overflowing because it doesn't like this when I starts to overflow sometimes. See, it's gonna overflow. I can see it's already starting to overflow. Let me get some paper towels. Perfect one, right? But it looks like it needs to be yeah, it's gonna need to be blended a little more. So I'm taking that out. Oops. And let's see if it doesn't overflow now. Maybe it will not overflow now. That looks good. It's purifying. This is how I'm getting that juicy juice look, taste. So it's really purifying, like, so it'll make it juicy, you know? It's not very sweet, so I'm probably gonna add a little more honey. And then this is where I start thinking about my husband and my son, and I'm like, oh gosh, are they gonna drink this if it's not sweet enough? So let me just make it a little sweeter. And this varies. It could usually, it's a lot greener than it is right here, or it could be a lot more berry looking. It depends. But this is it. That's it. That's the drink. All right, so now we did it. Now you helped me, encouraged me, and you're with me as I do my greens. Let's see how much we have here. We have 1. Looks like we might have 2 full ones. I like the blue one. I think we just have 2 right now. And then we have a little bit left over. Yep, that's it. All right, so I have 2, and I'm really happy about that. Just clean, good. We got 1 here. And I got 1 here. So this is gonna be, I'll just continue to drink it throughout the week, and then if I finish it early, I can do another juice. But a lot of times I'll just keep drinking every day till I'm done, and then the week's over. And a lot of times I'll have more. Like I would make more for them, or dilute this and make more, and then give it to the family. So I might do more of a greens just for them, and then add some of this to it because it has all the ingredients in it. And then it gives them a greens with that, but they don't like greens like I do. But if you want to share it with your family, you can get the overflow and make it even more tasty, I guess. And just say, and what I do with my family is I tell them, here's your shot. So you know those little cups that you get for gargling when you brush your teeth? I used to give them little shots. I would just give them a little shot and say, go ahead, take a shot for today, take a shot for today. Because think about it, a whole bunch of spinach, when it's not cooked, is this big. But when it's cooked or in juice, it's still spinach, but it's just smaller. So they're getting a lot in that little shot. Or I'll give them a half a cup or something, and they just know I do it, so they just take it down and deal with it. But at least they have their greens for the day, you know? So this is my juicing. This is what I do weekly. Sometimes I might let the week go by and I didn't do it, so I just have salads all week. But I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you find what's best for you. I am not a nutritionist, so if these things are not good for your body, especially moringa for your blood and your blood sugar levels, then please consult your doctor first before doing anything I say or anyone else. Other than that, then I hope you enjoy this, and God bless you in your healthy journey. All right, so stay tuned for our next video where we're talking more about this stuff, and comment below if you want to see more of my workouts and all the other things that I'm doing to stay healthy. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. This was today's Wednesday. Women's Wisdom Wednesday is about our health. All right, see ya.